Hello, my name is Mary Kay Worth, and this is entry 8989 of my mother's journals, Lavender Fields. I do have a short object lesson today. I want you to note on this notepad that I wrote some script out for me. Sometimes we have to write things out to practice them and get better. That's what I did for my third Africa book that's coming up after Benelli is published. But anyway, let's read. Again, I'm taking out the names to protect those people. And this is Mom's writing. My student's mother took off for California. She was an excellent seamstress. She used her talents to provide money to live on. She returned several years later, and she moved into where my mom was living there at the time. I went to visit her often, and one day she recognized me. She called me to come over and asked me to come visit her. She was in a wheelchair. I went later, and we talked about her son. I asked her if she would cover my dining room chairs if I would bring them to her one at a time. She said she would. She covered all 6. I was very pleased. I have a favor to ask of you, she said. I want to tell you my life story, and I want you to put it in a book. I want my remaining children to know the truth. I was surprised. I told her I would think about it. Time went by, and she said she had some pictures to show me. She held up a small leather pouch and pulled out a faded black and white photo. This is my father, she said. He was a Jew. He was put to death by the Nazis. I looked at the picture and then looked at her. She was crying. I held her hand and said I would get a notebook and we could start right away. I wrote her story over a long period of time. She moved from where my mother lived to an apartment in a neighboring city. I went to see her once a week. She would have homemade bread waiting for me. I spent time on her story. I took the notebook home and set it on my desk. I would tell myself I'd get to it later. I never did. She got to the point where she couldn't take care of herself. Her son took her to a nursing home. She didn't want visitors, her son told me. I don't know what happened to my notebook. I probably tossed it out after she died. I remember parts of her story. I will tell what I remember. This is my mother's journal, and this is entry 89. And it's very evident to me that what my mom has remembered and written here, now I will share here what she remembers. It's the best she can do, and that's the best that I can do. Talk to you soon. Much love.